Good morning, children. Today we are going to start chapter number 4, Earth's structure. Now let us discuss the source of information about the forces operating inside the earth. Now the information about the forces operating inside the earth is taken by the study of seismic waves, materials thrown up by the volcanoes, and the evidence from the theories of the origin of the earth. In respect to seismic or earthquake waves, only primary waves reach the surface of the earth. The secondary waves do not pass through the liquids. The scientific instruments which record these waves have enabled scientists to know about the density, pressure, and temperature of the interior of the earth. Now, coming to the earth's structure, the earth is made up of several concentric layers. The outer layer of the earth's crust is the lithosphere. The part of the earth's crust that has emerged under the ocean and the seas is the hydrosphere, and the blanket of gases which surrounds the earth, that is atmosphere. So earth structure consists of lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Now, talking about the chemical composition, the lithosphere is the thinnest layer made up of rocks which with large content of silicates, feldspar, mica, etc. Lithosphere is divided into two, the Sial and the Sima, that I will discuss in the next slide. Now let us discuss the Sial and the Sima. Sial, the name Sial is taken from silica and aluminium. Sial layer forms the continent and its depth is 60 km. Now coming to the Sima, it is named after silica and magnesium. It is a continuous zone of basaltic rocks forming the ocean floors. The core of the earth is called the NIF, N-I-F-E. It is made up of nickel and iron. Now, since it is made up of heavy metals having high density, they are found deep inside the earth. So, now you may say that NIF, that is N-I-F-E, NIF, is found in the inner core of the earth, and it is composed of what? It is composed of nickel and iron. Now, the internal composition. Look at the diagram. The earth's interior is divided into three layers. What are these three layers? The core, mantle, and the crust. Core. The core of the earth has a radius of about 3500 km. The temperature ranges from 4400 degrees centigrade to 6000 degrees centigrade. It consists mostly of metals like iron and nickel. The metallic core and abundance of iron is responsible for the earth's magnetism. It is divided into two, outer and the inner core. The solid state of the inner core is due to the high density and pressure which have compressed the molten rock material. So this is all about the characteristics of the core. Now let us discuss about the next layer, that is the mantle. This layer lies below the crust and it has the average thickness of 2900 km. Now it is divided into two parts, the upper and the lower mantle. Now children, to understand it better, please refer to figure number 4.4 as I continue with the explanation. The upper mantle extends from the Moho discontinuity to the depth of 700 km. Now what is this Moho discontinuity? I will discuss in the coming slide. Now moving forward, the lower mantle extends from 700 km to 2900 km, and the upper mantle is cooler and made up of solid rocks. The lower mantle is hotter and denser than the upper mantle. Now the temperature varies between about 1000 centigrade to 3700 degree centigrade. So this is all about the layer. Now the next layer is the crust. The crust is also called the lithosphere because it is a sphere of solid rocks, that is lithos means stones or rocks. The crust is only 1% of the earth's mass and contains all known life in the universe. Now it is relatively thin layer of rocks with thickness of 60 km below the mountains and just 5 to 10 km below the ocean. Considering the size of the earth, the crust is relatively thin layer and the temperature of upper part of oceanic crust has been estimated at 0 degree, but it gradually starts rising towards the interior. The weight and the pressure of the rocks also starts increasing with the depth. Now in this slide you can see there is a comparison done between the Mohorovičić discontinuity and Gutenberg discontinuity. Now Moho discontinuity is the boundary between the crust and the metal, and Gutenberg, it is the boundary between the metal and the core. Now this Moho is found at about 8 km beneath the ocean and about 32 km beneath the continents, whereas Gutenberg, it begins at the depth of 2800 km. Now Mohorovičić discontinuity was observed by Yugoslav seismologist Mohorovičić in 1990. Now Gutenberg, it was observed by the seismologist Benno Gutenberg in 1926. So that's all we have from this chapter. For better understanding, please read the chapter once again and refer to the diagrams that is given in your chapter. Thank you.